I think in order to preserve our economy and also our climate, it's always important that we recycle. It's no longer a luxury, but a nice to do, or one thing that is meant for bunny huggers, but it's for all responsible citizens and all responsible corporate citizens to do on a daily basis, because we've seen the impact that the waste that ends up in our landfill could have on the climate. It could have on our well-being in terms of health, as well as the money that is spent, trying to manage that that particular waste that ends up in landfill. So let's all come together, be it business, be it government, be it private sector, and educate all our communities on why it is important that we must recycle.
Cool, thank you very, very much. Pithy and to the point, JP, from SAB Miller's point of view, you guys are bottle producers more than in the recycling business, but if you are a company which does pay close attention to these things, you are in essence in the recycling business as well, actually.
For sure, Simon. So it's largely internally and externally. ABI and SAB Miller have got a framework of reduce, reuse, recycle and rethink in terms of the way we approach all of these things. Under each of those pillars is an element that touches on recycling. So in terms of reduced, all to our heart is creating value, and creating value in terms of reducing commodities before one even considers recycling them. So we've done a lot of benchmarking in terms of the packaging that we use, and we've come across case studies of people that are claiming 20% or 30% recycled PET in their packaging, yet their aggregate weight less their recycled content is still greater than our total content. So we've been on a very aggressive lightweighting program over the last 2 to 3 years, and we've now got some of the lightest bottles in the world, and I believe that's the starting point in terms of all of this, is to make sure that when you start with your primary and your secondary packaging, you consider first of all absolute minimization, and secondly allowing space for recycling. So we probably left 2% on the table in terms of plastic that we could have taken out, but that 2% leaves a window of opportunity for 20 to 30% of recycled PET in the future. And I'm just using PET as a specific topic because it's kind of close to everyone's heart here. In terms of reuse, again, before one gets to the point of recycling, the conventional wisdom is to reuse would be better economical, environmental sense than a one-way sort of packaging stream. But when you look at the supply chain as an entirety and you map the carbon dioxide footprint across the supply chain, certain wisdoms, like we've just moved our half-litre and 1-litre PET bottles from a returnable crate into a one-way shrink wrap, has a far better carbon dioxide footprint. So that's an example of just challenging the way we use, the way we reduce. And I guess the topic tonight is ABI as a recycler. So there's 3 key elements, both our internal, what we do in terms of awareness with our employees, and then thirdly, sort of job creation and the critical part in terms of touching on the economy. We've got a goal of reaching 100% recycled internal waste within our operations. Currently we sit at about 80%, and the 20% is largely